Hey everybody, Marina's here and welcome to my review of Lonestar number 2. I promised I'd make a video about it, so here we are. As you can see, I'm using two hands. So yeah, I bought some kind of iPad stand and I'm just testing it right now. So this is more like a test video, I guess. Not sure what the quality is of the video because the angle is maybe different than what I used to do. And also the sound. So please let me know if you watch the video. Give me a comment that the sound is okay or crap. I hope it's okay. But hey, let's go into the video, right? So this is the second part of Lone Star from Micah Miller, who made an Indiegogo campaign, and I made a video about the first one, and I wasn't all too happy about it. I had some criticisms, and in this book I have some criticisms as well. So how we could let's go into the book. Why not? So basically, we see Lone Star here talking about with his friend, and he is insecure. He has some problems because he feels out of time. Lone Star is a World War II hero. Not sure if he's immortal or his longevity, or basically we don't know nothing about Lone Star. That's the problem, and that doesn't make him very relatable. He has some good qualities, yes, but we don't know nothing about him. But in this book, there is some scenes here that bring that a little bit to life. But basically, he is in love with a girl called Angel who works at some kind of coffee shop that he is visiting a lot, and his friend gives him a pep talk. I mean, what do you got to lose? Just go to her and say how you feel. So he's doing that, and we see a very nice shot of him kissing Angel. And what is let me rephrase that a bit. I think Mike S. Miller has a thing for old classic movies because there's some scenes in here that reminds me of how things were back in the day. I mean, like him kissing a girl in a diner, her with the foot up, her smacking Lone Star sorry for the focus, for no reason at all, and then smiling here. I mean, those are very, scenes from the movies from like 1960s or something, 70s maybe, mostly 60s, 50s. So there's some classic romance here that I actually like. And to be honest, I like Micah Miller's art. I have some feelings about his writing skills. I don't think he's a very good writer, and there's some questionable dialogue here. But as an artist, I like his art very much. He's a good artist, in my opinion. So so there's some romance here, but then we go to a scene that I have some problems with also, and that is, can I show this? Yeah, this one. Let's skip a bit. Here. We see here Lone Star beating up some gangbangers, some thugs. And then you can say, but hey, what's the problem? This is a cool shot, right? Yeah, it is. But, Lone Star number 1. Hey, look here. We have some tattooed gangbangers, harassing a woman. And Lone Star is beating him up. And then we see here some tattooed gangbangers, harassing a woman, and Lone Star beating them up. I'm not sure why this is here. I mean, we've seen it in the very first video. I mean, first comic. You can take this out and put something new in here. Maybe some character building. Maybe some, I don't know, another battle scene with something else. So I don't like that because to me personally, you could fill this up with something else. We have seen this scene before in another in another comic, in number 1. Sorry. Okay. So later, Lone Star is meeting with Angel in front of a library, and they have a date. And she said, "Hey, you taking me to the library?" And he said, "Yes, I want to show you something." So he picks up an old comic from the 40s ish era, the World War II era, and she reads it. And she reads that it's about Lonestar, about 1943, about a fictional account of the real-life war hero Robert Miller. You have the same name? And then he says, keep reading. I have to say something. What is it with creators, using their last names or their likenesses into a comic? Or maybe I say that wrong. I mean, Miller. Micah Miller is the writer of the book. And you say, what's the big deal? Well, it's not a really big deal, but I find in particular that why are you writing yourself as a comic book hero? I mean, I made a video about Antonio Bryce's Brand. Check that out, please, on my channel. And Antonio Brand is using his likeness in the comic, making himself a hero. I don't really have a problem with that, but it would be more, how do you say, if you make a character, a throwaway character, and the hero is bumping into the character and there's some dialogue and the face and the name is from yourself, putting it into a character, that's a cool Easter egg. But making yourself a superhero, I mean, is there some kind of superiority complex or something with you guys? I mean, what's going on, right? You name your Lonestar Miller? Okay. No, moving on. Moving on. So we see some origin, I guess, about Lonestar being a fighter pilot at World War II, and but we don't see the part that how he gets his powers. Maybe he's a mutant. I don't know, because nothing's getting explained. That's the whole thing. That's the problem that I have with these two books. There's no explanation. So Hitler is invading Europe, taking over the world or taking over Europe. And there's a superpower being, an Übermensch called the Iron Cross. And Lonestar is battling Iron Cross. And I must say, this is a very cool shot. Can I see this? So here and here. I mean, this looks nice. It looks great. I want to see the battle, but we don't see it because it's not in the book. And we see Lonestar in his superhero costume from the 40s. And I must say, I really like, well, it's not the best superhero costume, but in compared to what he has now, I mean, he looks here like a wannabe Hal Jordan fighter pilot jacket guy with a mask and a t-shirt on. Yeah, well, basically, this is way better. I mean, this is just put on a costume, man. I mean, but it's realism, and people in spandex doesn't look cool. It's a comic. It's a superhero comic with villains and monsters and vampires. Sure, you can put on a costume. Why not? Jesus, go all out. And but hey, I just want to see this, but it's not in the comic. So then we're moving on, and Lonestar says to Angel, hey, oh no, before I forget, Lonestar died, or apparently he died, and Lonestar says to Angel, well, that's not entirely true, but close. And he said, read the next page. So she turns the page, like I'm doing now, looks at Lonestar, and she faints because she sees his face here in this picture. How many women are fainting nowadays? And that's what I meant with Micah Miller probably liking old stuff, old comics, old romance, maybe novels, comics, movies, because in that time people are fainting, I guess. But in 2020, 2018, 2019, 2020, I don't know, in the 21st century that we are living now, I don't remember girling fainting about anything. But hey, it's here in the book. So his fear, powers are going off and he needs to go. And he jumps on a motorbike because there's a robbery somewhere. So he flees, he's driving there very fast. And he leaves Angel laying her on a, not a couch, but a he's laying her, and he asks the people that are in the library to, hey, watch over her. I need to go. I'm coming back. Okay. So we see a shot here. Lonestar driving into the bank. Is it a bank? I'm making this up. This is a bank, right? Let me double check real fast before I say something. No, yeah, I believe that's a bank. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's a bank. Cool. And we see Lonestar here getting shot, and then he's doing the Terminator thing, getting the shotgun and shoots everybody else. So then comes the questionable writing. Skipping, is it skipping? No, not skipping. So watch this. So we see here this woman. He's just a boy. What have you done? And he asked this little boy here. So who's done this to you? Swaros. Swaros is the vampire guy from part 1. Cool. He can control people because he's a vampire. And then we see here the woman weeping, and then out of nowhere she says, "Oh no, he's dead. Oh God, he was just a child. What kind of monster are you?" I mean, where is this coming from? I mean, you see her calm, maybe a little bit upset, then you see her quiet, and then boom, out of nowhere she's, he's dead. Come on. The scene, it doesn't fit. I mean, just do it here. I mean, put it over here and this scene over here. That would be more believable. He's dying, and then she's getting upset, and then after that crying. So reverse this. This would be way much better. Okay, moving on. So Lonestar is going back to the library. And there's a woman there, and he goes to the woman and said, "Hey, have you seen my girl? I left her here." And she says, No, she left with a couple of dudes. Wait, what? So you saying, going back a little bit, can I show this? Yeah, sure I can. We see these people in robes outside going into the library, and you saying to me that they picked her up and they walked out, and you don't say anything, you're just agreeing with them and say, "Okay, hey, Lonestar, she just left with a couple of dudes, and look at her face and her posture. I don't care. She what? Sorry. Yeah, you don't care. Nothing matters." So Lonestar driving to the apartment of Angel, and there in the dark sits Swaros, the vampire, the Russian vampire. And what happened? They are having a chat, if you can say that lightly, but basically Swaros is explaining his motivations, ranting. He comes over like an activist. He wants to have revenge, controlling people, etc. He wants to have revenge because they are living in the sewers and it's not fair, and Lonestar killed his little girl, and etc. etc. Well, yeah, life is unfair. Suck it up, man. I know all about it. Cry me a river. But then he also controls this person, Denise. Denise was probably the most insufferable character in Lonestar 1. She's a social justice warrior. She's a racist. I absolutely despise this character. And so Swaros says, "You know what? I'm going to take some action. I'm going to take things away from you." And he turns Denise into a vampire. But also he said, the transformation is very quick. So imagine what she can do if she, let loose on the city, turning people into vampires overnight. It will be an epidemic, right? So Lonestar is then battling, very briefly, Denise, and then there's a nice shot, throwing out of the window into the open, and then later killing her. I'm not going to show it. I don't want to spoil everything. But by the way, maybe too late, but if you don't have the comic yet and you back this, don't watch the video. Don't watch it. I probably spoil something that you don't want to see, so sorry. Anyway, he is killing her very gruesome way. This was a nice killing shot, very cool. But then he is going to go to his friends and his friends have some powers and they can teleport. So they find in the pockets of Denise, who is dead, a pamphlet of an address. So basically, Lonestar is going there and he finds Angel. And don't want to ruin this shot. Hey, cool shot, right? About Swaros here on the laptop, but he controls Angel. So he said, hey, you killed my little girl. So then I'm going to take your love from you. And see here the knife on his throat, on her throat. And yeah, what the next scene is Angel killing herself because Swaros is controlling her. That's a gruesome scene. That's a very intense scene. Cool, very cool. So basically, it ends that Lonestar, I always forget his real name, but I don't care about the character at all, is vouching revenge, and he needs to come alone. Otherwise, Swaros will turn a group of people into vampires and letting them loose on the city. Okay, that's the end, so it sets up the story for the next one. The last shot I wanted to show you, well, not the last shot, but we see here this guy who looks like Micah Miller, using his teleportation powers to, go away, and then suddenly this guy pops out of the teleportation hole. Who he is, I don't know. Which brings me to another problem. In the first book, who is from 2018, by the way, so I'm going to look this up right now. So we see this guy. He is called Joachim Gunther. And this little boy, and he says, your exile is at end. The Lord has need you. Cool shot, right? So I think, hey, who is this Gunther? Who is this Joachim Gunther? What does he want? I don't know. He's not in the book. He's not here. He's not in this book. And this book is from 2020. Okay, so we have a character that we waited 1.5 years to do something, but he's not in this book. And we're getting introduced into a new character here, who I don't know who that is. So, well, you have to buy number 3, right? Yeah, could be, but hey, look here. We got another character, probably a godlike being, and this little boy again, walking, standing on water. Who are they? What do they want? I don't know. But what? We have 3 new characters in 1.5 years, in 2 books. I don't even know who these soldier guys are, who are friends with Lonestar and vice versa. They are some undead soldier friends. I don't know. I don't have an explanation. And now we have 3 characters. So do I have to wait a year again? A year and a half? I'm not sure, because Micah Miller doesn't announce the next installment. I mean, not that I know of. I mean, I'm not on social media every day. Yeah, I follow some people, but I don't follow everyone, and nor do I want to. So if there is a Lonestar 3 in the works, why don't you notify me from, hey, thank you for purchasing this 1 and 2 books from Lonestar. Lonestar 3 is on the way. It's coming. I'm drawing it right now. I'm making the script. I'm writing the script. Cool, right? I don't have any information about that. And the problem with this is I'm not going to wait another year for Lonestar number 3, because it takes too long to get invested in these characters. I mean, for instance, Even van Skyber Cyberfrog. Yes, his first campaign, it took a long time to complete, but after that he made Unforgettable Tales, and now he's going to do Wreck Planet, and he's going to do some toys and some statues and stickers and whatnot. And you can say, but hey, what's the difference? The difference is that Ethan is talking about Cyberfrog the whole fucking day. He's going to eat, sleep, and breathe Cyberfrog. And in every video he talks, mostly every video, I think every video, he talks about Cyberfrog. So he's promoting his book every time. He's talking about it every day. And that's how you get people interested in your book. If the first book is going to be successful, or you have a compelling character, people want to know more about that character and want to have number 2. So you need to promote that book. I don't hear on social media, on Twitter, anything about Lonestar number 3. So, like I said, it's going to take too long of a time that the next installment of Lonestar 3 is going to be completed. So people could move on. I mean, I'm going to move on, but I'm excited for Wreck Planet. Not that the difference is Wreck Planet is always on my feed. I get always notifications, but I don't see, when I go to on Twitter on Michael Miller's feed, I don't see anything about Lonestar number 3. Promote your book. I'm making a book, and if my book is finished, it's going to launch soon, by the way, and the book is going to do well, and I hope it's going to do well, then I'm already busy with the next installment. I'm not sure if it's going to be a hit, but I'm busy with it. And if the book that I'm making now is funded, I'm going to talk about the next installment, because I want to keep the train rolling, of the ball rolling. Is that how you say it? Keep the train going, keep the ball rolling. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. So, is this a better book than the first one? Yes, but a little bit. It has similar problems. The fact is that only Mike not only created, written, and illustrating, but he's inking, as far as I know, as well. So you have 4 jobs: creating, writing, illustrating, inking. That takes a lot of time. Make the book. Hire people to write your character. And get an inker. Just draw the book. Throw the Lonestar 3 as soon as possible out there to keep people invested in your book. That's in my opinion how you should do it. But yeah, who am I? Okay, enough ranting. So we are at the 22 mark here. Please let me know what you think about the video and also the quality of the sound, because I cannot check that right now. I hope you like the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Videos coming soon. New videos, of course. Like the video, and if you want to say about, you can ask me on Twitter, on Darksiders Comics. And if you want to say something about this book as well, or this video, or about me, how I do things, how I talk about comics, if you like it or don't like it, just throw it in here and in the comments below, because I want to hear your voice as well. I'm just making videos, but I also want to know from you if I'm doing good, doing well, if you like my videos, or that I should change something. I don't know. Just let me know. Okay, I'm stopping rambling again. I know I ramble too much, but hey, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you next time.